Welcome to our Contour Like the Kardashians. So excited that you're here, and we're going to walk you through some fun finishing touches. So if you have some upcoming parties to go to, get-togethers, I always feel like looking your best and helps you feel more confident. And we're going to go through some simple tips and tricks. I haven't always contoured. It's probably only been the last 7 years, and they came out with some new contour colors, these colors here actually, where I was like, well, I better at least learn how to use them so I can explain them to people. And then I love the finishing touches. So once you start, that is the warning. Once you start contouring, it can be addicting and you might fall in love with it. So there's your warning. But welcome. So many people are already on. Type your name in the chat because we are giving away a cream blush. This one is Coral Kiss. I love all of these cream blushes, and they make a great alternative to a mineral powder blush. And you can use your fingers. You can blend. It's more hydrating because it's, as we're stepping into winter and stuff like that, that's great to have that as well. So let's welcome those that are on. We have Mary Lynn. I'm so glad you're on, Mary Lynn. We have Araba. Yay. Hello. Ashley. Thank you so much, Ashley. And Melissa. Awesome. So glad you're on. Jenny. Yay, Jenny. So glad you're here. And Sherry. Yes. I love that you said hello to everyone as well. That's fantastic. And Jan, welcome, Jan. Oh, so exciting. And I'm with my friend Christine. And Christine, I'd love for you to introduce yourself, share maybe a little about you, where you live, about your family, why you joined Mary Kay, and how long you've been building your business. So take it away.
Right. I'm Christine, like she said. I have 4 beautiful kids, a daughter and 3 special needs kids. They are the love of my life. It can be crazy sometimes with them, but I love them anyways. And then I have a loving husband who's been loving me and supporting me as I've started this journey in Mary Kay. I live in Layton, Utah, and it's almost winter time. We woke up to snow, I think, about a week or so ago, I think. Mm-hmm. So it's time to ring in the Christmas season, which I love. And I joined Mary Kay because I needed something flexible. I needed something that would work with my hectic schedule of my kids and everything, because I had free time when they were in school. So I'm kind of like, okay, well, what do I do while my kids are in school? And so I've been coming to many classes like this, and I just love the positive friendships and the girlhood that we all share. You're in this business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. I always love that saying, and I love the values of the company of God first, family second, career third. So I've been in for about a year, so it's been exciting. So
yeah. And I love your eyeshadows. Are those the new shimmer ones? So they're so pretty. Yep. So pretty on you. Is that which color is that doing?
The copper, and I'm trying to remember the other one. I know it's I think it's the two lighter. The two lighter of the colors.
Pink and the copper. The pink.
The copper and.
Oh, the
good grief! I can't rember what the lighter one is at the top. In our catalog, it's at the top of the page, but it's
pink prism. Pink prism or copper nova. Anyway.
Yeah, copper nova.
And then so copper nova and the golden sunrise.
The golden sunrise, Yeah, both of those.
So pretty. Anyway, like squirrel moment. I'm like, we got to talk about your so pretty. Oh, and Edith is on. So glad you're here, Edith. Thank you. So, okay. So we're going to jump into these final touches. So first of all, to make sure you have a gorgeous glowing face, skincare, if you want I always love to say, if you want your skincare or your makeup to be a 10, your skincare needs to be an 11, right? So it's all about the skincare. But today we're not talking about skincare. We're talking about the finishing touches. And one thing I really love to share with contour is everyone's face shape is different, right? So we will be based on your face shape is actually where you put the contour and the highlighter. For the blush, that's always in pretty much the same place, wherever your natural cheekbones are. So I'll walk through. Whoops. was trying to like zoom in for myself. I don't know if I can zoom. You guys probably can't zoom in, but I'm kind of zooming in. Like, that's tiny. We can send a picture of this to you. In fact, it's in the boards for the consultants. They know where that is. In the Thursday night class one, that's where you can find this picture. So you can send it to your customer. But thinking of like an oval face shape, you can see on the instructions there where they have the highlighter in the center and on the forehead, on the chin. And Christine's going to talk about highlight and kind of like the colors that we have and stuff like that. And then you can see the blush on everyone. You'll smile, finding that natural cheekbone. And then with the oval shape, you already kind of have it just going in exactly how you want it there. So the only place they have you do contour, but the bronzer is right below the blush. With the round face, you have the contour up here, here, and here. And I think of it like the number 3. So you have 1, 2, 3. So that's kind of like a simple way of thinking. Obviously, I don't like drag it throughout that. I mean, you can make sure you blend really good. But that's kind of like starting here, here, and there. And then the square face also similar. With the heart shape, you just have it on the top and below the blush. And with the long face, to help it look not so long, you're going to put contour at the top here and on the chin. So it's helping your face not look as long. So really fun ways of kind of changing your face shape with makeup and without surgery. So I'm all about no surgery there. So yeah, but contour is a great way to do that. So I'm going to first talk about our blushes, and then Christine will go into the highlight. And so we have, at one point it was, okay, we have 6 different blushes. I'm like trying to remember how many blushes that we have. I have it just pulled up here in the catalog, but these are the blushes right here. There's 6 of them. There's Shy Blush, Rosy Nude, Rogue Rose, Wineberry, Hot Coral, and Golden Copper. Most of them have a little bit of shimmer to them, except for Rose Matte. So if you love like matte blushes and you don't want any type of shimmer at all, you'll want that Rosy Nude. I'm wearing Shy Blush. That's my current color. And I think it's a beautiful color. It's a tried and true. That color's been around since I've been in Mary Kay. So, and the other ones, and Golden Copper too. So kind of different with berries or reds and pinks. So that when you're doing blush, I'm going to show you the brush that I love. These can be sold separately, but you can also get it in the brush collection bag. But this is the blush brush, and I love it because it says cheek on it. So you know you're like new to makeup and you're trying to figure stuff out, because I found that to be really awesome. And how this brush is angled, you can see it has this really cool shape to it. So when you're putting the blush, you're going to put it right on the center. And then you're going to smile, finding your natural cheekbones and just going in the upward motion. So that's what it is with blush. A little bit goes a long way. It's always better to start with less, because then you can add a little more if you want. Sometimes it's a little tricky to like take it off if you have too much, but yeah, so I'm wearing Shy Blush. I love Rosy Nude. Those are kind of like my 2 I go back and forth between, and the brush there. So Christine, do you want to talk about highlight?
Yeah, so we have our 2 highlighters, and I'm looking at the electronic version of our catalog. But we have 2 highlighters. We have glazed and we have honey glow. And basically, highlighters just bring out that natural part and shape of your face, makes your face stand out more. And it just gives it, like we're saying, that kind of glow. People can maybe ask you, like, have you been in the sun, or have you been wherever? And you can be like, no, I'm wearing Mary Kay makeup. And then you can, us consultants can turn it into a have you ever tried Mary Kay kind of a thing. So it's just a really, really just natural way to kind of bring out that glow kind of around your face. Like we said, if trying to find your face shape. I think my husband said I was an oval shaped face, but for the longest time I thought I was one of the other ones. But mostly I've been putting my highlighter up here, on and around my forehead. I try to, I guess, imagine like a little square kind of around my forehead to kind of keep it like right where it's supposed to be, and then just dab a little bit on my chin, and using the cheek brush, you try not to put too much on. So whenever I put too much on, I kind of will give it a little tap somewhere, and then kind of just lightly put it on, because I think if you put too much of the highlighter on, then it might be yeah. So like she was saying with the blush, you used to start with a little bit, and then because you can always add more, but you can never take away.
Harder to take away. Yeah. And a cool little trick with the brush. So I use the same brush for it with the highlight, but I put it on this very top. So like the longest part of the brush, that's where I put the highlight. And then it's really easy to put right above the blush, because it's just like a very thin line there. And then the forehead. That's where I did it today, was forehead and right above. But I should do the chin and the nose and just add that light there. So cool.
Well, I learned something new. So
yeah, awesome. I learned that.
You can learn.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you another trick with the contour. So thanks for talking about the highlight. And I do it exactly in this order. I do blush. I mean, this is after you've done foundation, the rest of your makeup's on. You do blush, then you do highlight using the same brush, and then you do contour. And on the contour part, you use the shortest part. So where the brush is the shortest, this is where you're putting the contours, right there. And with this, I always pull my hair back because some of it's blocking where I want it. So I'm putting it up here. I'm just kind of going back and forth. Or if you want, you can just focus on the two outside edges. And then focusing right here below the blush, and then on the chin. It's just to like make that shape there. And the very last step I like to do is a pressed powder or a loose powder, or we even have like a translucent loose powder that any one will match that shade. Or our pressed powders or our loose powders have different shades, like from ivories to beige to bronze. And then I just do a pressed powder all over just to create a very good blend. And I'm more dry, so I use lots of moisturizer. I use our luminous foundation, which is more dewy, but I don't always want to look like dewy, right? I want to feel hydrated. I just don't want to look crazy hydrated. So that's why I love doing a pressed powder at the end, just to kind of put a nice matte finish to it. And that's what I love with this big fluffy powder brush. So, and this is, I have the catalog right here because I was telling Christine, I cannot always remember prices. This one's $18 by itself. And this is $16 by itself. And then each of the blushes and the highlight and the bronzer, those are $14. So, and I want to show you the cutest compact. In fact, Christine has one too. Do you want to show them the perfect palette?
Yeah.
Look how beautiful. The roses, the Mary Kay. And I love how you can customize this just how you want it. So can't really see the colors because they're so, there we go.
The glare of the,
So there we go.
So people can see it.
There's a blush. You custom, like this comes unfilled for $20, and you decide what you put in it. You don't have to fill up the whole thing, but if you want, this is how I like to have mine. And you have the highlighter, the blush, and the 3 eyeshadows. Perfect. And then that's it. Those are pretty. So we have the 3 eyeshadows, a blush, a highlighter, and bronzer. And I love this for my everyday, not my everyday. I'll show you my everyday one. So my everyday one is the big one. Mine's my real everyday one's in the bathroom, but this is my demo one. So it has eyeshadows. You can fit every single eyeshadow plus blushes, multiple blushes, highlighter, bronzer. These are our darker highlighter and bronzers that Christine was talking about. The what's the other color? That's actually why I was really getting the catalog. I guess Honey Glow. That's right. Honey Glow is the darker highlighter for more. So this is great if you have more bronze colored skin. Maybe like I have a customer, she's full Mexican. I have customers African American. I had a customer, she hasn't I haven't seen her for a while, but she was like Native American. And so these colors, like the Honey Glow and the Cocoa, these are great for like darker skin. The neatest part is it's pretty simple. Like if you're ivory or beige, you're going to be the glazed or the latte. So you're going to be the lighter highlight and the lighter bronze. So it's pretty easy to be like, okay, this is my color. So, so like not too many, but we did teach in a class once how you can use these as eyeshadows too, these highlighters and bronzers. And there's a really cool video. It's back. I'll have to maybe refind it and put it in our group where you can use them as contour, but also as highlight and accent colors for your eyeshadow. So I love things that are versatile like that. You're like, hey, my eyeshadow, but it's also my my bronzer too. So super fun. Oh, we have Ruth is on. Welcome, Ruth. Glad to hang out with you twice today. And Jotina, welcome, welcome. So yay. So these are customizable. This is my travel one. That's what I was trying to say, because then it's just really easy to travel with. And I have eyeshadows, blush, highlighter, bronzer, really easy, compact. There's a teeny tiny one. Do you have that one? I have it in my thing over there, but the teeny tiny one is 10, how much is that one? I gotta look.
That one is $10.
$10. Sweet. That's what I was guessing. Yep. That one holds 4 eyeshadows, or you can hold 1 eyeshadow and 1 blush. So I recommend that for my customer. I have some customers that don't need blush, like they naturally have kind of rosy cheeks, and I'm like, hey, that's like so great. And they're like, well, my doctor calls it rosacea. I'm like, oh, like, you have such a youthful look. You know, they're like, well, my doctor calls it something different. But so I recommend the tiny one if you don't need a blush and you just want to fill it with 4 eyeshadows. Like, done. Perfect. And then, oh, yes, the bronzer would be a good transition shade. I agree. Like a mid-tone color. Yep. I agree. I think it kind of reminds me of our hazelnut. The latte. I think latte is a little darker than hazelnut, but yeah, I totally agree, Ashley. So yeah, so we'll send you a picture of this so that you can practice. And I think a lot of contouring is practice. You know, the first day you're like looking at the picture and you're trying to figure out where to put it. As you are doing it day after day for about a week, you don't need to look at the picture anymore. You know exactly where it goes, and you're feeling confident and making sure you're blending. You don't want to be like clearly seeing where the lines have ended. So it's all about that blending step, which is what I love about this powder brush. And then you can get the full brush collection for $60. It comes with 3 eyeshadows and then the blush brush and the powder brush plus the bag, which I think is an incredible deal. You can get them individually too. If you're like, I just need a blush brush or something, that's totally great. So as we wrap up, let's pull up our, actually, before you do that, let's add to the stage our wheel of names. And we're going to spin the wheel and find out what the gift with purchase is tonight. So if you're running low on products, whether it's body care, skincare, or makeup, or maybe you're like, I have some hard people on my, list of shopping, things for. So thinking of like, hey, if you need colognes or, stuff for guys, we have gifts for all types of, people and seasons. And it's 100% satisfaction guarantee as well. So that's a great thing. If we can make your life a little easier. We'll show you what the gift with purchase is tonight.
And are we going to show them?
Yeah.
And kind of how and where we do that? I got a mini hand lotion for the gift with purchase. Yes. Cool.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't bring I can use these brushes here, but mini hand lotion. I'm just writing that down so I don't forget. So remind your consultant when you order, hey, because I was on tonight, I get a mini hand lotion. So, which is perfect with the weather changing. And I love to have a mini hand lotion in my car or my purse. In fact, the other day I used it as lip balm because I didn't have lip balm on me at the time. We were heading right into going to a Christmas outdoor thing. My lips were just feeling a little dry. So I put some on my lips. It felt great. I'm like, here we go. It can work as a lip balm.
Do what you can. Yeah. I was even playing around with different things we can use as bronzers because I'm like, I don't have a bronzer, but I was just trying just different things. And I think when I asked ChatGPT, I think it said that the eyeshadows could also, if you blend them in really well, and it kind of gave me like a step-by-step. It was like long, but I'm just like, well, if I could have like a 5-minute thing or whatever, but it was too many steps, so I'm like, I'll just kind of wing it and just go with what I think will work. But yeah,
also being creative too. So
Yes.
in fact, I don't have my demos here. I have like brushes and stuff, but but do you want to walk them through it so they can see?
Okay, so for me, I guess like I said, I have the oval shaped face, so I'm going to be using, as she said, the highlighter. So she said just do a little bit on the brush. Don't know if you can really see. There's no really lighting on, but there's just like a little bit of it, and so I'm going to. Sorry, I have to use a mirror
Oh, you're great. Oh yeah,
to look at myself. So let's see. So then I'm
mirror.
just lightly just putting it just over the top of my forehead, nothing too crazy, and then grab a little bit more for my chin. And she says as you do this, you're just gonna know. But yeah, then I lightly tap, get all the excess dust off, and then I just lightly put it over my chin. And this lighting is not really helping at all with showing how or where it goes.
I think
But that's that for the highlighter. And then of course she said for the blush, where you put it when you do your nice little smiles, right?
Smile.
You always try to smile your best. And so just mine, it looks like is like right there. I think as I'm smiling. I don't know if that looks.
Yeah, and push it back a little more too. Yep. Yeah, because if you have it just right there, it'll make your face look more round. So you want to, just smile, finding that natural cheekbone kind of area, just right around there.
Yeah, and we'll do, with the other one. Yeah.
And you're using the powder brush. I get that as a blush brush too, and I think it's really light and
Right.
I've used that as my blush brush before, and I like it a lot. And fingers work amazing too. I love good makeup. You can blend so easily. It blends with your fingers, with the brush. Yep.
So there's that.
What color is it?
Mine I think is, hold on, I gotta grab the electronic. I think it's the rose.
Rogue rose.
Or no, I think it's the wineberry.
Wineberry, yep.
Yeah.
Great. That's a really great holiday color. So,
yeah.
Cool. Thank you so much for showing that. I love that. That's fun to see that like actual application, where the highlighter goes, where the blush. And then if you're doing a bronzer, just have that at the end. And Ashley says, due to my round face, I actually focus my blush around my eyes, so that it helps my face look more angular. Cool. That sounds like, do you get pretty close then, Ashley, up to the, right around there? So maybe like coming in like that, you have to explain that more. I think that's an awesome technique. Fun. Yeah. So thank you guys so much. So what we're going to do is do our drawing now. So if you have not typed, and I forgot to look in the Facebook group, so we'll look there too and make sure anyone watching on Facebook gets entered. Or if you're on YouTube and you can't comment, please text right now your consultant, have her text me, or if you have my number, to text me and let me know that you're on so we can get you entered. Because right now we're going to let you guys think of someone you love to refer to a holiday pampering facial or holiday makeover, or it can be a New Year look. So, if they're like, can't get together during the holidays, having something fun to look forward to, I think after the holidays is always a great gift. And you can think of the hardest working woman, the happiest, someone who brings you joy, someone who always looks sharp and who has maybe an entrepreneur spirit, the greatest overcoming woman, someone who you admire the most positive woman, and the woman who needs some pampering, maybe someone who just had a baby or someone who just got married. And so write down names and numbers. Even if you just have a couple, that is a huge blessing to your consultant as she's working on doing 30 free facials this month, or maybe she's doing a 100 free facial after over the next quarter. And these people can live anywhere in the United States. We do ask that they're over 21 and don't have a consultant that you know of. And you get a full-size makeup item half off when you share those with your consultant. So thinking of the products we showed today, like that could be half off your bronzer, highlighter, or blush, or one of the brushes, or it could be even something else. Like you're like, hey, I want to get my foundation matched, and getting that half off with your consultant. So you can give you a couple minutes to think about who you'd love to refer. Recap, they can live anywhere in the United States because we can send samples, and or even if you just have a couple, that's super helpful. So we'll give you that time, and this allows me to get your name on the will. So that we'll do our giveaway here in about 5 minutes. And let's play some music for you guys since it's about the holiday side. And here we'll have some holiday music here for you. Let me get Okay. I got everyone's name on the wheel. I believe I'm going to pull it up here shortly so you can double check that I've got your name. Okay, wheel of names. Here we are. And let me put it in alphabetical order. So that you can hopefully easily find your name. If you don't have your name on there, please hurry and message in the comments of YouTube or Facebook, or send a text and we'll get you entered. Oh, I'm not sharing it. Got to remove that first and then add this. There we go. Gotta love technology. So there's your names. Okay, so as we wrap up, we're going to just briefly talk about what we we didn't try it today, but we talked about. So our favorite compact, hands down, the perfect palette. Isn't it so pretty? My gosh, I love this. $20 unfilled. You decide how you fill it up. Each eyeshadow is $8. The blush or the highlighter bronzer, those are $14. And it has a mirror, so I love that. Great for travel. Brushes. Every woman deserves good quality brushes, but not having to pay a fortune. So I love Mary Kay's brushes. They're priced so beautifully. You get 5 brushes plus the bag for $60, or you can get brushes individually. Most brushes are $12, $16, or $18. So it is a better deal if you're needing multiple brushes to get it as a collection. And we'll show a picture of that. And in fact, let's show that right now. So on here is, maybe we'll make it a little bigger there. In the bottom left is the makeup. So there's the eye candy set that has eyeliner, mascara, eye makeup remover. I cannot live without that. Like, those are my go-to makeup. If I was in a rush, I would at least put on mascara, right? Okay. Then there's our Flawless Foundation. I love the, she's talking to our elf. She's just told the elf that James spilled Gatorade on Juliet's Santa house. Oh, that's hilarious. We have elf on the piano, elf on the shelf. It helped actually a lot during piano lesson or piano practice today. She was a really good practicer. I need to make sure the elf goes around the piano more often. Okay. Flawless Face, which is a lot of the contouring stuff, getting a primer on, putting foundation, getting a really good base. And I love our liquid foundation brush. I believe every woman who's wearing liquid foundation should use one of these brushes. We have our medium coverage, which is pictured there, or we have our full coverage, which is our foundation blending brush. It's a slightly different shape and has a little more compact of the bristles, but it's super soft, and love my foundation brushes. The brush set that we talked about, there's the 5 brushes that are in there, and then the zipper organizer bag. Luscious lips, we didn't talk about lips today, but that's on there. Especially great to have, your signature color for the holidays. The finishing set, we did talk about the powder brush and using like a translucent loose powder or pressed powder, and then our awesome spray. You can make sure you spray, like, this is like, I want my makeup staying perfectly all day. I have an event tonight or something. I don't want to have to retouch up my makeup. Close your eyes and you can use that finishing spray in an X. And if you really want to make sure it's on there, you can do a T as well. I find an X covers everything and it's plenty. And then I just kind of fan my face till it dries. And then the dash out the door has lip gloss, mascara, under eye corrector, an eyeshadow, like Christine's wearing those gorgeous eyeshadows, and then a blush. So that could be just a quick dash out the door look, and that can be customized as well. Warning, I think a child's coming in. Yeah.
James whipped me with a rag.
Yeah, why don't you stay in here right now? You got to love older brothers. I always wish I had an older brother until I saw what older brothers can do sometimes. And I'm really like, maybe I'm glad I'm the oldest. So I'm glad you came here. You're in a safe place. It's okay. Do you want to say hi to everyone? Do you want to spin the wheel? We need to spin this wheel. So let's wrap up with our last slide. This is our best kept secret. Right now, it's only $35 to join. I joined Mary Kay in December 2009. It's been 16 years on the 10th. What day is the 10th? It's next Wednesday is my anniversary. And I'm so grateful. I feel like it was the perfect time of year to start because you get together with friends and family. You can do these practice facials. And then it's like having a baby at the end of the year for tax benefits. So it's like you start an in-home business at the end of the year. All of a sudden you got some tax benefits that you can do for your 2025 taxes and talk to your accountant or do TurboTax for home and business. So, okay, Josie, are you ready to spin the wheel? So talk to your consultant if you're interested in that. And we have a signing bonus of our brush collection, the $60 brush collection. So only $35 to join and you get a $60 brush collection. Some days I question my sanity, but hey, just let's not complain about it. Let's go with it. So, okay, you got a little bell there and your little puppy, huh? You got for your birthday. Okay, Josie is going to spin our wheel. Let me shuffle it up. Okay, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And are you ready to spin the wheel?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who's winning the Coral Kiss blush. So touch the screen. Awesome. Thank you, Josie. What would you do without you? And it looks like Sherry. Yay, Sherry. Congratulations. Oh, so happy for you. You're going to love this Coral Kiss. It's so perfect color shade. I love just to brighten up the cheeks there and have a cream blush. It's kind of fun to mix it up. So thank you so much for being on. Hope you had an awesome time and you learned something that you can apply. We'll send a picture of the contour picture so you can kind of figure out what your face shape is and know kind of where you're putting your stuff. And thank you, Christine, so much for being on here and co-hosting with me. Oh, Dale, thank you so much, Sherry. You saw my video from earlier today. Yes. We had a lot of fun taking those and yeah, so and hopefully you had fun watching my little makeup video. If you haven't seen that, I teach I do a lot of highlighters, bronzers, and some major concealer on that. So thank you so much. Oh, and Ashley has a cool little tip I forgot to show. I was reading it while I was doing the so if you don't have time for eyeshadow, you can use your blush on your eyelids as like a little bit more colors if you're rushing in the morning. I think that's a really great tip and trick. Thanks so much, Ashley, for sharing. You guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you, Christine. Oh, and Sherry says, Josie, thanks for spinning the wheel. Say, see you, Sherry.
See you, Sherry.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Bye.